Hey guys, it's Seun and welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited for this video today because I know you guys already saw from the title that this hair is a wig, but as you can tell this hair looks super natural. So I'm so excited to tell you guys about it. It is from Her Given Hair. It is a upart wig. This literally took me less than 20 minutes to do. And I do have a little bit of leave out at the top, but that is it. This is literally just a upart wig that I sewed down because I didn't want to have to take out and put it in every day. I still wanted a weave type of install without having to actually sew all of the lefts myself. So I was like, oh, I can just use this upart wig and sew it down around the perimeter. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. Before I go into showing you guys exactly how I installed this, just a little bit about the hair. This hair looks so natural even in person. I went out this afternoon to go get lunch from my school's cafeteria, and whenever I went, literally so many people were complimenting me on my hair. They all thought it was my real hair. I still haven't told any of them that it's not, because it genuinely looks like real long either relaxed hair or natural hair that has been blown out. Immediately whenever I opened it out of the package, it was super soft. Like, I've tried kinky straight hair and it usually feels very kinky in that it's kind of rough to the touch, which I don't mind because it gives it that kinky look. But what I noticed about this hair is that it's kinky but it's soft. Like, it's really soft. For this, I did flat iron it a little bit. It was poofier at the beginning, which you'll see in the next clip. So yeah, I'm really liking the hair a lot so far. And yeah, so now into the tutorial. So the wig comes with lace at that upart area, so to start off I'm just cutting out the lace. Her Given Hair also has these types of wigs with closures in case you don't want to have any leave out, but I was okay with having leave out, which is why I went for the upart to give it that more of a natural look. So the first thing I'm doing is sectioning off how much leave out I want. And in order to do this, what I did was I grabbed the upart wig and then I just stuck it on my head and just measured it while it was on my head. It took a few attempts, but eventually I got it to be exact. And because I'm treating this install like a sew-in, I braided down all of my hair underneath, which makes this really good if you're doing this as a protective style, because I plan on leaving this in for a while, like a month or two. I can make sure that it's being protected underneath. That I would recommend that you braid your hair is to make sure that you have 2 anchor braids going back along where you will have your part and attach your upart from the top, and then at least 2 braids going straight back along the perimeter, and the rest, it honestly doesn't matter. You can honestly just braid those 4 main braids and then like 2 big braids. It doesn't matter. As you can tell, my braids were pretty raggedy, which is okay. You just have to get your hair out of the way, and the flatter the better. But since this hair is pretty big, I wasn't too worried about making my braids flat because I knew that this hair would be big, so it wouldn't matter if there was like lumps underneath. You want your 2 anchor braids at the top to be semi-small, just so that there's not a lump right there where you put your upart on. Simple, like I said, they're pretty messy, but that's okay. Just braids going straight back, and then I made sure I had my 2 anchor braids at the top. And once I finished braiding everything, I went back to double check to make sure that the wig would fit perfectly on my head, and it did. So that's when I knew I was good to go. But before I went ahead and sewed it down, the wig does come with wig clips, so you can use it if you aren't sewing it down like a regular upart wig. But since I am sewing this down, I didn't need the wig clips. One reason why I decided to sew this down instead of using the wig clips is because the wig clips kind of tug on your hair. I have used upart wigs in the past where I took them out and put them in every day, and I did notice that it would put a lot of tension in certain areas where the clips were, and I just didn't feel like it was as good of a protective style as just like a regular something sewn in. So I was like, okay, well, if I'm getting a upart wig again, let me just sew it so that I don't have to, one, worry about taking it out and putting it back in every day, and it's more of a protective style because I don't have to worry about those clips like just digging in and pulling on my hair. And taking off the clips did not damage the wig at all. Like, the stitching where the clips are attached is very clear, so you can just cut only that stitching, and you can even sew them back on if you want. They do provide extra clips and an extra band if you ever wanted to sew these onto the wig to make it more secure if you decided to use clips in the future. I recommend that you just don't use the clip, especially if you aren't gonna just wear this wig for a one-time thing. You know you want to keep it in for a while. So now I'm just gonna go over the very basics of sewing on the wig in case you don't really know how to sew. Basically, you'll just need a needle and thread that you pick up from your beauty supply. You usually have to go up to the front and ask them for needle and thread. I like to use the straight needles. So thread the needle, making it as long as you want, and then just make a knot at the end. So I put the needle through the hair after I have threaded the needle. And before going all the way through, I just open up the thread, like so, and stick my needle through the thread so that this needle and thread is attached to the wig. And now I'm going to place the needle through the beginning of this braid. Just gonna put it all the way through, and I'm gonna continue going through, putting my needle through the top of the wig and allowing it to go through, and then going through my braid. And then what I'm gonna do here is place the needle through this loop, like so, and then I pull it through, just to help it be a little bit more secure. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that through the entire length of the braid. I always first only go through the wig so I can make sure I'm getting the very top of the wig. Pull the needle through, and then place the needle through my braid, but not through the wig, and then loop it and pull it through. And then I continue along doing the same thing throughout the rest of the perimeter of the wig. But yeah, I really think this is perfect because in case you've seen my past sew-in videos and the videos I do on how to do sew-ins and things like that, I know for a lot of people it's just hard to do your own hair, especially get the back and sew the back and everything. So this is really just like a hack to how to do your own sew-in, except it's not a sew-in, it's just a upart wig that is pretending to be a sew-in, and it takes literally under 20 minutes. It's super fast, but still behaves and feels like a sew-in without you having to go through all of the work of doing a sew-in, and you save a lot of money just being able to do it yourself. So I continue to sew in the same manner throughout the entire perimeter of my head, throughout the back, until I got back up to the other side. And to end it all, I just cut the needle from the thread, and then I like to tie the thread 2 times, and then I just cut off the excess thread. And yeah, that's pretty much how I sew down the upart wig. It's pretty simple. So now this is the hair in its natural state. As you can tell, it's pretty big and voluminous, and you can definitely wear it this way, but I decided to flat iron mine just a little bit, not too much to where it's just straight, but a little bit to where it's a little bit more tame. I did actually wear it out like this as well, and I got so many comments on my hair like, oh, your hair is so nice, how'd you get it to grow so thick? And the flat iron that I used was this Seun Revolution flat iron, and I put it at 300 degrees. I didn't want to put it all the way up to 450 because, like I said, I didn't want to make this hair bone straight and make it lose all of its texture, because then what's the point of getting kinky straight hair? And I did 1 pass throughout all of my head. So far I've had zero, like actually almost zero problems with shedding, like none at all. I'm sure it has shed a little bit, but not that much that I can notice. Now that I think, because I wasn't really paying attention to the amount of shedding, but now that I think about it, this hair hardly sheds like at all, which is super nice. And it doesn't tangle, but then again, this is like I just installed it, so I don't expect it to tangle just yet. If it does, I will update you guys on Instagram. I will give updates, and I'll also show you guys, because since this is human hair, it can be flat ironed, like bone straight. It can also be curled. So I will probably do all of those styles, and I'll probably just update it on my Instagram, so definitely feel free to follow me at Seun Okimi. I also post pictures of some of the styles that I don't show here on YouTube in case you're interested in checking some of those out as well. And this part didn't take me more than 20 minutes, so even though it's a lot of hair, because I was doing pretty big sections and only passing it through once, it was super fast and easy to make the hair a little bit flatter. So this is the end result, and I am super obsessed. If you guys have seen any videos of my natural hair, I do have pretty long hair, so that's why a lot of my friends just believe this is my natural hair, because it honestly does look like my natural hair. And if you don't have natural hair, now you can fake it, because this hair literally looks super natural. Like, it will fool anybody. So if you like this hair, you can definitely check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. It's super easy for anyone to do, and just looks really nice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun trying out this hair. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bye.